Hey guys, it's Michael with Mealy Marine. We're here with Grumpy today and we're going to be working on this Mercury 2-stroke 150 something. What is it? It's a 75.
Hold on a second. If we want his input, we'll look back there. Okay?
Yeah. So that's Kyler. Christian's behind the camera. We got Grumpy here. So customer states they had the carbs cleaned and the timing changed because it was backfiring while idling. He took it out and now it backfired, died, and now he can't get it started. So what we've done so far is we have spark, we checked compression, which we replaced the fuel pump, or we rebuilt the fuel pump on this side because it was leaking. We took the top carb off and it was clean, like clean, like brushed, like someone just brushed it clean. We've adjusted the timing to what we think is factory spec. We've changed it back to motors that are here in the shop that are very similar to this, and we still cannot get it to start. It's just backfiring. So we brought in the heavy hitters and we're gonna see what's going on. So do you have any thoughts so far? And I did check top dead center up here and it's at 0. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna crank the motor. So what are you doing, Dad?
I'm going to check to see if there's fuel in the bolts. Gee.
These are your favorite kind of spark plugs.
So, my humble opinion right now, because we know we're getting spark, and we know we're getting fuel, we know we're getting air, because we're all still alive. But what I think the problem is that she's not firing on the compression stroke, and that's the reason why she's backfiring. So, what I would do, but we don't have the tool here right now, is pull the flywheel and make sure that this is not spun. It's not spun, so it's off. So even though you put it up at top dead center and go through all the process, if this is where it's supposed to be, it's not going to fire on the right sequence. So we need to kind of know that, and that's what we're going to do. The other thing that kind of makes me a little bit nervous is if you look up here, see these shiny metal shavings? Now that could be from the starter motor, but it's all up in here as well. So maybe the key is sheared and it's rotated slightly, so no matter what that we've gone through, put it in the top dead center, that it's not firing correctly. So we need to pull this off, double check to make sure that cotter key is not sheared, and then I guess we'll get back to you on where we're at with it. So, but we need a tool. We always need tools.
All right, so check back. We'll touch base back on this motor in a couple days once we get the tool. Thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Do you want to just go over real quick just what we did? We checked spark with the spark plug tester. We put something over the front of the carburetor to make sure it was sucking fuel.
Yeah, well, we tried to choke it manually instead of just relying on the deal there. I wanted to make sure that it was getting a lot of fuel. My other concern is, to be honest with everybody, and we might pull one of the carburetors. In fact, we should probably do that, is I want to pull one of the carburetors and take a good hard look at it myself, because the amount of cranking that we've been doing, these plugs should be absolutely saturated, and they're not. There's fuel in there, but they're not saturated as you would expect them to be based on the amount of cranking that we've done. So these are the same plugs that were in Clyde's boat, not necessarily my most favorite, but I think we should do that. I think we should pull one of the carburetors, open it up. I want to get a good look inside, make sure. The top carburetor is usually the choke carburetor. Now, I'm not an expert on this, but everyone that I've rebuilt, whether it's a 3 or a 4 or a 6, have we done 6? I don't know. They usually double up, but the top carburetor is usually the choke carburetor, which we should be able to see. it appears that the top carburetor is the choke carburetor. So if you hold off that, it should at least fire. It might run like crap, but it should actually run. So we're going to take a look at the carburetor and make sure that there's nothing blocked in the carburetor and all the rest of it. Clean doesn't necessarily mean to say that the passages are not blocked. So we're going to take a look at that and double check to make sure that these things all have little bitty holes and pinholes and everything else, and it could be that too. So we're going to pull one and take a look at it. We'll update you on that in a little bit, because he can pull it.
Yeah, so that's it for this week's video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share. If you have any ideas on what we could do to get this running, comment down below if you've ran into this. Check back in a couple days. We'll have the carburetor pulled, cleaned up. We'll have the tool to pull the flywheel, and yeah, we'll go from there. Until next time, guys.